Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So welcome to my YouTube, and if you're joining me through YouTube, make sure that you're subscribed down below here, and that way you'll get notified. Hit that bell, and or if you are joining me on my Facebook page or my Facebook group, I truly do appreciate it. It's because of you that do join me during my lives or watch me on replays that you keep me coming each and every almost each and every day, almost. Anyways, this is part of a live, so if you don't like it when I'm talking with different people and that sort of stuff, what you can do is watch it on a replay, scoot on by, but it's because of those people that I do come on here as regularly as I do. So Wednesday, it's our mystery challenge. This is where I pick something that you might have, or I give you the clues that you would have in your crafting room. And the clues today's is something old, something new, and something blue. I know that kind of goes along with the marriage thing, that, or the wedding thing, that something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue, but we're not doing anything borrowed here. And I am going to show off some new stuff from the new J to A mini catalog, and I'm excited about this one because this one's part of our stamp camp, and this is our international stamp camp. The pre-registration is already open, and part of that pre-registration is part of where you can say that you want it, and I'll order it as soon as it comes in on January the 7th, and that way you avoid any disappointments of not getting part of your suite or whatever. But anyways, welcome. All right, so we are going to skip on down, but I think what I want to do, hello Renee, I think what I'm going to do though is I am going to show something that is retiring. Not that that's the old and the blue and all that sort of stuff, but I want to show you because the last chance list is really kind of, it's confusing. So I thought I could show you different things as we go along here. So let me go down to my desktop here, and I want to show you some other things that are retiring. Light the Year, the stamp and the dies are retiring. So as soon as this is gone, it's gone. So you may want to get that ahead of time. It's actually such an amazing thing. I want to show you some cards that I've done with it. This happened to be a class. And then of course there's this one here. As an easel card. This was part of my Christmas card class. So, like I say, if that's something that you like, you may want to get in on that sooner than later. Then I have another one. Oh, this one's so cute. This one comes with the with dies is all, and it's Christmas Friends. This moose is to die for. I never did anything with the mouse, but I did with the owl and the bear. So I'll show you what I did do with those. I did this moose one, and we have one with a bear, and I know there's some other ones that I've done. And then of course I have this sliding gift card holder, and that shouldn't be so hard to get out. Maybe this one will come out easier. So it's just a sliding gift card holder. If I'm not mistaken, that one might have the gift card that I was wondering where that gift card is. I don't know. Anyways, oops, there it is. No, it doesn't have the gift card. I'm going to have to find that gift card, that's for sure. All right, so there's those ones. Those are retiring as well. So as soon as this is gone, it's gone. And you won't be able to get it anymore. Now remember, with some of these things, I do sell them on a BOGO sale quite a bit after, as soon as they've retired. So if there's any of these that you're wanting, I could possibly put them away if they're not available. If they're available, I can't sell them. So anyways, there's that. And we'll show you one more. And this one kind of goes along with the blue, but doesn't go along with the blue because that's not what was intended, is the Frozen Edges. This is such a cute bundle. It has edges. It has ones that have the icicles on there. And then that was a fancy fold that we did. There was this one as well. And then I did this one showing the icicles could be on the country birdhouse. Now this one isn't retiring, but this stamp set itself is. But anyways, let's get on to our mystery challenge. Like I say, as soon as I've got that, I can sit there and put it away. I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Floral Delight Suite. And I'm going to bring that. And like I say, it's all part of the bundle or the suite that we're going to be using for our stamp camp. This really pretty stamp set. It has wishing, you were here, you're all the best, you a happy birthday, lots of love, and you well. Beautiful things. It's a 2-step stamping set, and it has these dies that go along with it. And like I say, this is one that we are using for the stamp camp, and you can pre-register for that. Just reach out to me. So I have that. Other parts that go along with this is this beautiful paper, and you can see where I'm going to get the blue and something new. So it has this side, and there's for Cynthia, I think these are dahlias, I'm not sure. Anyway, some beautiful plants. And then on the other side, these really nice images as well. What also comes in this suite is some vellum. Love it when there's vellum to show off. So there's this really pretty vellum. Actually, I should have used this one. This one's so pretty. And then there's this one, this gingham. This is the one I'm going to use today. And then this one as well. Beautiful, isn't it? All right, so we have that. And then what's also included in this particular suite is this 1/8 of an inch satin ribbon, and I haven't even taken it apart. Let's see. Oh dear. Maybe it would help if I have my glasses on. Anyways. Can't get that out. Seems somebody asked me how I do this, and it's usually not this hard, that's for sure. Anyways, there's this beautiful ribbon, and it's 1/8 of an inch, and it's satin edged. Oh, that's so pretty. And check these out. And I know that we've had bee trinkets before, but these are so cute. Take a look. Look at how small they are. They're tiny, like so tiny. And I don't even think I'll be using those ones today. You get 40 of those in the thing. They're quite heavy actually. But let's go ahead and let's start making a card using the clues. Something old. So I'm actually going to use these glossy dots. This is very, very old, but it's still, you can still get it in the catalog. I found that these colors that are in this particular that paper is actually I thought it was balmy blue, but it's actually pool party, but we're going to play it as a blue, but we're going to use these glossy dots on there as well. All right, so let's go and let's make this card. All right, so I'm using Daffodil Delight, and I have this piece. It's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and we're going to do a landscape card. I don't use landscape cards that often, but it's kind of fun to do one. Now look, is this all right? So this is just going to go on here, and I went and I die cut a few things on here. So this is that beautiful vellum. Now we all know that vellum, when we have vellum, you've got to watch where you're putting anything. Hello Laura, and hello Melanie. You got to watch where you put, how you put your vellum on. So what we're going to do is we are actually going to go, and I'm going to put this vellum on after I get all this stuff on. Now, is this going to be the proper way to actually put this together with the stuff that I have? Probably not. I haven't played with it that much, but this is part, this is the branch, and this is part of the designer series paper. So I'm actually just going to go, I'm going to figure out where I want that to go. Am I wanting it off the page? You know what, let's just put it down and we'll worry about it if I haven't got it right afterwards. So I'm just going to put this glue on, and I'm going to kind of let it set. Like I say, I'm going to put that vellum on after with glue dots once I've got this part on here. But I'm going to let it set for just a bit. And then these beautiful images, this here, we're going to stamp that, and this is part of a two-step stamping, and then we're going to cut it out. So I have another piece of basic white, and it is a photopolymer stamp set. So I'm going to use my paper piercing mat, and I'm going to use Lemon Lolly and Daffodil Delight. And the way I'm going to do this, hello Marge, is I'm going to use the Lemon Lolly first, and that's going to be the darker color. But what we're going to do is I'm going to stamp it off. I found that if I didn't stamp it off, what happened was it was just too dark with the other color. So let's go in, and I'm just going to stamp this in the Lemon Lolly, stamp it off, and then just come on here and stamp it onto this piece right here. And if you know your plants, this is, I always have to say it with a lisp, or pretend I say it with a lisp, and that's for Cynthia. And then we have our Daffodil Delight. Excuse me. I'm just going to ink that up, and now what I want to do is make sure, and it's really hard to see, Lemon Lolly is one of those colors, and you know what, I probably should have done this first. Let's do this first. I'm going to stamp this. Yeah, this will be better. I'm going to come in with my Lemon Lolly, stamp it off, and then I'm going to come, whoops, and stamp this. Now, this was a lot easier when I did this before. Here we go. So this flower here with the 3 is going to go with that one right there. And that's just going to go on here, and then you'll see how well this will line up. Oh, this suite is gorgeous. So see how it is just like that. And then I'm going to come in with my baby cut and emboss, my baby boss. And we'll just cut that one piece out. I actually have it already cut. You know what? I do, but I want to show you how easy it is to really line this one up. So it's just going to come in here like this. Just like that. And then we're going to run that one right through. Oops. Don't want it running off of there. Just like that. And run that through. I always say this squeaks so much, right? All right, so we'll just take that. Take this one off, and then I want to show you how easy, and I want to lay this out the same way that it comes out of the dies, and I'm going to keep this for reference. This is what I found was the easiest for me. All right, so then we have this. Like I say, this is going to go onto here, and I'm going to come with that branch. Remember, I'm putting the vellum on after. And I know the leaves that I've gone ahead and cut out. I'm just going to have that kind of going off, not quite off of the gingham, or the gingham stuff there. Now when I go to put this on here, this is how I kind of want to put my flower on here. So I'm just going to come in, and I'm not going to, maybe I should put these on with dimensionals. It might be easier in the long run. Now I don't have my little ones here. Let me grab those. go. And I'm just going to come in and take this. Bright colors for a gloomy winter. You're right, Laura. So I'm just going to put this onto here. I think for Cynthia's are about the first spring flowers that actually come about. I remember, I think they were one of the first ones that did come out in my garden when I lived in the Okanagan there. Let's just put that one there. And we have this one to go on there as well. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and put this on here. So I'm just going to keep bringing that piece in so that I kind of got a guideline of how it goes on there. And I'm just doing it because it just makes me feel a little bit more comfortable putting this on there. So like that. And then we have, that's going to go there. We have this one here. It's just going to go here. I think that kind of just made me think that it worked okay that way. Now this one, like I say, I'm just going to have this come, and this is going to come off of here. And it's not going to be exact, that's for sure, but it's giving you the idea of where all of these flowers are going to go. That's what I thought was going to work for me. So this one's going to go there, and then at this point I can turn around and put this one on. It just kind of helps me do it. So just like that. Now for Cynthia, have very, very small leaves on them. They don't have very big leaves, and you can tell that by the designer series paper. But I am going to use, and these are already off, and I know they go together and they make like double ones to go with the other flowers. But what I want to do is I want to come down here and I want to get some green in between here. I don't want it, it doesn't necessarily have to be the leaves itself. I just want it to go down there so that I've got some green behind these flowers, because the other little leaves are so small. So this is just going to go down in here. And I'm going to just lift this one up. And this is how I thought this would really kind of work with this. So just going to come and just grab a bit of this. This is going to go underneath. I know this is not the way that it's supposed to go. I do know that. But I wanted to show some of the green and not a lot of it. And you know, I've got some other, so we're just going to come in here and I'm going to cut some of this off. I'm just going to put some down here again. And like I say, this is also going to give me some extra spaces. There we go. Whoops. I want that underneath there. And then I really like this one because it's quite a bit smaller and it's going to lend to there. I'm going to repeat it. This is not the way it's supposed to go. When you're stamping, there's a beautiful stamp that will give you the leaves on here as well. But this wasn't going to work with this particular one. So this is just going to come down here, just like that. And see how that's starting to give me just a tiny bit of the green that's there. All right, and then I want to cut off one of these. And I'm going to put this down behind this one here. You know, sometimes you just improvise and you just do things that makes you feel that it's right. And then this is just going to go down going to cover it up there. All right, so that gives us what the Forsythia looks like. And I noticed that this is just a tad off, so I think I'm going to come in with my trimmer and trim that part off. But there's also this part here that goes wishing, and I'm putting it onto the white. So I'm going to go in, and I should have done this with the adhesive sheet. I didn't. But I'm going to also let this set for a second or two. Just put that there. And then we also have, this is going to go onto there. So when this goes on here, when I'm going to put this wishing right here, see, I'm giving myself more room for things to be glued onto there. So I'm actually going to go, and we're going to come in with those small dimensionals again. And we're just going to put those right in certain strategic spots. And of course we can cut these as well. That's the beauty of this particular one here. So something old, so we're going to be using those die cuts. No, you know what would have been really good on this too is the adhesive foam. That would work with this as well. So right there. And I think one can go there as well. And then we're just going to put these little strips in there as well. So like I say, this is part of the Stamp Camp's thing. If you're a demonstrator, it's such a good deal. You do purchase the suite from us, but you get 13 make and takes, plus you get 13 more alternative projects. You also get to be a part of this community. It's a Facebook group. And honestly, these ladies are so talented. When we did the reindeer days or the reindeer fun, quite shocking that they didn't. Let me just take this part off too. All right, so this is going to go right here. I just want to trim this part off. Okay, so that is just going to go onto here. And now this part here, just going to come in. Whoops. Wow. Now, there are two little dots that are here. I did not take those out of the suite itself. But this is going to go like this. Now we have these old dots here. Yes, Laura, the Stamp Camp is amazing. Thank you. Yes. It's such a great bang for your buck. All right, so I'm just going to come in. This is our old. And yeah, we're using yellow. And I'm going to come right here. You know, I could put, it's not quite small enough. There. Now, what I can do now is I can turn around and I know where all that's going. And now I can come with my glue dots. And now we can go ahead and put glue dots onto the back of this vellum, and you will not see where the vellum or where the glue dots are. And that's why you put all of this stuff on there ahead of time. And I'm going to put quite a bit on because there's certain parts that don't have any glue, or the top part won't have any glue on there. And some over here. Let's see, that's going to be enough. Oh, and remember, I want to trim that one off. So this is just going to go right here. And I'm moving this up just a tad. Now I'm going to come in, and I probably shouldn't have put those right there, but we're going to come in here, and I'm going to come there. I'm going to start in the middle, go up, come down here. This would work really good with the guillotine one as well. And that's just trimming it off. And I probably should have done that before I did any of the other stuff. Now, this is going to go onto the white, like so, or onto the yellow. So we've used the old, and something new, and something blue. So I'm just going to put that there. And what a pretty card. Just easy, easy card. Now this is also another die that is in. See how I could have added some more of these? I cut a couple of them. I could have put them there. Anyways. So I really like how these have the small things. So this is You a Happy Birthday is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in with my paper piercing mat, or no, maybe not. Now, like I say, I didn't put any of those, I didn't put any of the bumblebees on there, but let me show you what they look like. They're so small. Anyways, they will be used in the stamp camp, I can guarantee it. Hi, Felicia. Yes, please watch the replay. All right, so then we're going to come in with our Versamark, of course. I tried this in the blue color, and it just did not do anything on here. Wishing you a happy birthday. Going to come in there, and we're going to use the white embossing powder. Now, I suppose we could have used some of that ribbon as well, but I had to show you this. The stamp set, because it's amazing. Plus, also, like I say, you can pre-register. And by pre-registering, we can almost guarantee that you'll get your stuff when it first comes out. And if you are a demonstrator, this is still a great bargain. Let's just get this done. There. And then this can go right here. So I'm going to come in with the dimensionals, and I'll just come and put that right on there. Yeah, I am loving this suite. Okay, so here we go. Something old, which are our dots. Oops, look at that. I got some pink on there. Don't know how I did that. well, we'll worry about getting that off in a bit. All right, so then we also have to do something on the inside of this. And I think let's go ahead and stamp that for Cynthia on there as well. So I'm going to come in with the, it really is quite easy to do. So we're going to come in with the Daffodil Delight. Whoops, let's do that again. I got my finger in it. Just like that. I'm going to come in with the Lemon Lolly. We want to stamp that off, remember, because it will not show if you don't. Aw, thanks, Renee. Really do appreciate that. So let's do that. Let's come in and how can I? There we go. It's always this one that you have to match it up with, and it matches up really quite easy when you pick that little one up there. There we go. And that will just finish the inside of the card. All right. Yeah, this is a pretty sweet, you guys, even if you don't like yellow. All right, so there we go. And like I say, I could have turned around and I had more of these cut, and I could have put some more on there. Those for this one could have even been going up this way. Anyways, I think this would be very pretty having another one even right there. And you know what? Because it's there, I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. Now the green I used was Old Olive, and I think the Old Olive goes really nice with that green as well, but let's go ahead and put that there. All right, so there's our card. Something old, the whole suite is new, and something blue. All right, you guys, so I hope you like that. Remember to give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it when you do that. Remember, if you're watching on a replay, to make sure that you told me that you're watching on a replay. And if you're interested in doing this stamp camp, reach out to me. Even if you're not in Canada, I can refer you to somebody else that's in another country there, because we do it all over the world because it's an international stamp camp. So remember also, if to create, because it's great for the soul. We'll see you tomorrow at 4:15 with my Now What series. And I think we're going to look at an awful lot of the retired goodies, and I'll show you some of the samples as I go along. And I know a lot of these samples I haven't even shown a lot of people because some of them were from my class. All right, you guys, take care.